aka Patters. We're doing a couple things new here. Like I was going through a lot of my old videos. I had, 2 weeks with no streaming. And I found out that the more FaceTime your boy had, well, clearly the views and everything went up from there. But look, we're going to split the screen. We're going to get some of this action, and we got some AKA Patters already in the house. And oh my God, we got my boys here, everyone. Right? Total excellence. I love you, buddy. How's the audio? Is the audio good? Because I feel like I'm out of rhythm. I did enjoy my vacation, but what happened as soon as I came back from vacation, no laptop, no workstation. I do have backups. I went through a pilgrimage. Last week was hell because it compromised my 9 to 5, all my freelance work, and all my projects that I share with all of you. It was madness. But let's change the tone here real quick. And what's on my drawing table? Let's just review this stuff real quick. There's going to be 2 haul videos. Just I want to show everyone what I bought in Buffalo and Niagara Falls because I did find some comic shops. I normally never do that, but there was a little bit of time to kill. Well, a lot of time to kill. And I had a major bookstore haul today, like major haul. So maybe in the next 2 nights I'm going to do both of them. But here's a taste of some of the stuff I got in Buffalo. Coming soon to a stream near you, we're going to be doing NECA, N-E-C-A. They're actually out of New Jersey. They're like 45 minutes from where I live. They did these KISS trading cards. They were trying to enter into the trading card market. I always felt like these were underrated. I was able to get some extra packs, and I just wanted to kind of crack one open and show them off. We're going to do a whole box of these, okay? And even here, we could just do a couple. I mean, the imagery is just straight up phenomenal. And let's just kind of let's bump my mug out of here and just focus on this. And you know what? You know what else we need? You know what else we need? We need that right there. So let's have a look because you can get their. Oh my God! Look at this card. Look at this one. You can get these gold record cards in here, and they have box toppers. But I bought the whole box for $15. Right? You gotta buy the box for $15. Look at Stanley over there. Holy crap. KISS, the older I get, here's the crazy thing. The older I get, the more into KISS I am. Look at the demon. I'm just loving it, people. Oh, everyone, real quick, we have the creator in the house. Whoa, look, people. Right off one of my random packs. This is one of the gold disc cards. We got a bonus card right there. And you know what? Dynasty, this is one of my favorite albums too. I love Dynasty. But we want the Love Gun album. We want Destroyer. We just want those. We got a double here, but look at these. So we're going to be doing a whole box of these coming up. We have the goodness right here. So let's just put that down. I'm not previewing anything tomorrow. We may be doing Tuesday nights Trial by Fire and Wednesday night Uzi Susie. So I'm almost like doubling up my programming. I also got these. So for sport, which is confusing, Classic. I believe this is the end of the Classic era of trading cards. Classic had some really good sets, great design work for a lot of their sets. But there's these special Shaq Fu cards sponsored by Sprint. And I think I bought about 30 packs of these for about 50 cents a piece. So we're going to be doing an episode on that, looking for the Shaq Fu cards. Because I'm a big Shaquille O'Neal guy. Big. I wanted to show this off. Who's familiar with Malibu Comics? So when I'm done with Wildstorm Wednesday, we'll be doing Malibu Mondays. Okay? That's already planned. I'm already building a catalog of this company. And by catalog, I mean, it's high and low. But a lot of people knock Malibu Comics, and they act like they weren't a real company. I got this for like 25 cents. Oh, and everyone, Cherry Limeade, Bud Light Seltzers, limited edition summer pack here. So cheers to all of you. I love you all. So I just want to flip through this to show off how much of a non-company Malibu is. So a lot of the low-hanging fruit, the low energy, the low opinion-driven YouTubers out there, they like to bash Malibu and act like they're not a real company. I'm just going to flip through this, okay? Let me know when they don't look like a real company just from their personnel. We're not really talking about their work. This is their personnel. People, we're dealing with full-time illustrators and freelancers here. Now, look, now we have the staff. All right, full-timers. Full-timers. More full-timers. Okay? Malibu Mondays are coming. Over Mega Man, Rock Light. Oh, I love that screen name. Yeah, dude. You know, I'm so upset. Okay, like we gotta talk about this real quick. We gotta talk about it. Let me get my pointing pen here. Okay, because can we follow the extreme reference here? Can we follow Mega and can we follow Rock? Back in the day, there was a company called Dreamwave Productions. They had what I believed at the time. I still kind of believe it. The Archie series is good. The Dreamwave Mega Man is one of like the best video game adaptation comics ever. It had a short life, and they leaned into the origins of just the name, just the character. Really good throwback, dude. Wonderful account. So, just off my drawing table, and we're going to get into something before we actually start drawing. This right here, okay? I don't know. I went through, like, so this is the basics of my logo design, okay? On my website, I do upload these, because I do like to show off my process. But I do about like 5 to 6 different sheets like this. And I try and find, you know, like what the shape could be. Like the idea of the shape. And sometimes it's natural, sometimes it's not. This is for Vengeance Comics right here. So this is going to be the logo. This will be just about fully 3D rendered by the time I'm done with it. When it comes to Dark Hero, which is why we're all here. So if you're new, right, this is Dark Hero. Dark Hero needs a freaking company to present them. Chris, this dude, right? He says Vengeance Comics. I said why. He gave me maybe the worst excuse, the worst reason why it's called Vengeance Comics I could ever imagine. But it doesn't matter. Because my job is to make that cool looking, and that's what we're going to have here, okay? It doesn't matter. Watchmen should be part of the Doctor Who universe. That's a tough one. You know, I just bought original Watchmen 2 through 7 today for $1 a piece. So this is just, it's funny we're talking to Rorsch over here. No. Look, people, just so you guys know who you're dealing with, okay? In arm's reach at all time, I have the Watchmen, okay? At all times. Because here's the crazy thing, okay? When it comes to Dark Hero, we'll just put Dark Hero behind it because we're done with that logo, okay? People, when it comes to Dark Hero, I'm not competing with a Superman story, which there's really no great one outside of the John Byrne Man of Steel miniseries and his work. I'm not competing with Superman. I'm not competing with Man of Steel, Mr. Majestic. I'm not competing with anything in my mind but this. No Irredeemable, no Jupiter's Legacy. Those are all fun ideas to me. They're just playful. But I am competing with Watchmen when I work on Dark Hero, okay? But Watchmen belongs in Watchmen. There is no Doctor Who in Watchmen, boys and girls. Yeah, so Vengeance Comics is going to be the name. I can't even say that with a straight face. I can't say it. And hold up here. What are we doing? I got new I got so many new things. It's just nuts. All right. Here. Let's just add me to it. Let's get FD out of here. Let's just split it. Right? That's what we want. I got some new sheets here. So I'm gonna go for like maybe 2 decent sketch ready or ink ready drawings, and both of them will be of Dark Hero. So Dark Hero is going to have campaign wise. Look, people, there's so much traction. There's so much heat around just really what we're going to be offering with Dark Hero. I mean, it's a lot. Everything needs to kind of have a purpose. Everything needs to have a direction. Nothing is to be cheap. Artwork wise, design wise, it's a lot of the trial by fire method. Everything will be as original as possible. One of my considerations is to have TBF available as a black and white version through Dark Hero. So there's just a lot of stuff. Uzi Susie also. Chris has some new things that he's bringing to the table. So got new pages with I put a Bill Cosby quote on this. Is there like a lack of light? It's bright here, but when I look on the screen, it looks dim. So people, we all know I love supervillains. And I bought this today for right here. I got this guy for like $5 from Target, and I don't like going near the toy aisle. And he was in the he was near the Axe body spray, so I bought him. Look at this guy, Skelly God, right? Why isn't he gold? Because when he became when he wielded the power sword in the movie, he became gold. He should be gold in the show when it would have been a really good simile, right? So before we get into Dark Hero, because that's why we're here, do you guys know about Skeleton Warriors? So we're going to be doing a box of these. we're going to be doing a box. This is inspired by Ray Harryhausen's work on Jason and the Argonauts. If any of that is a mystery to you, you have to know Jason and the Argonauts. You have to know Clash of the Titans, and you have to know Ray Harryhausen. Okay, you have to know Ray Harryhausen too. Insanely accomplished illustrator. Wait, hold up here, people. We have a Watchmen update. Watchmen becoming part of Dr. Universe is the only way to save Watchmen. Jesus Christ. Yeah, maybe. Like, hold up. He's got to follow up. Yeah, look. Like, here's the thing. Look, we do Dark Hero Mondays, essentially, right? Monday Night Drawing Call with Dark Hero for a really big reason, okay? Because there's enough there when it comes to Dark Hero that we have to get good practice. We have to get primed up with just mentally. I'm not exaggerating here. I'm not joking, but just like mentally how we prepare for the book. Now, none of this has anything to do with the success of the campaign, but I think has everything to do with the quality of the book and what's happening on the pages. And I really wish I saw more creators do that. I think some creators, they get a little bit of they build up their cash. They get really good with project management, and they jump into a campaign, and the campaign is successful. And I mean, come on. I mean, I love it. And some of those campaigns got some really fantastic characters. They really do. But they kind of go away after issue 1, issue 2, issue 3. Look, as a comic book, write this down. Okay? As a comic book creator, the hardest thing to do is a good issue 2. Or the way however you're breaking down your story, like a good chapter 2, a good act 2, okay? Ones are easy, endings are easy, but the middle is one of the hardest things to do in all of storytelling. So, real quick, so Skeleton Warriors was this like tail end of the 90s cartoon series, action figure line, and Fleer was doing a really strong run on this like fully airbrushed artwork. They did some Marvel cards like this. There's a Batman Forever set that I'm dying to get a box for a good price on, but it's Batman Forever Metal. Those cards are done in this style, and there's nothing, I would say, like nuanced about what we're seeing here. Okay, it's cloudy, right? It's blended, it's airbrushed. Okay, these are the characteristics with this style of coloring. But what you do here, and look, it's right here. This is the nuance. I wouldn't say that the set is nuanced. I just like saying nuance. But you get something with like this green background. And it just like works. And that's the stuff that sticks in your head. So I was really hoping the guy had more of these. He only had a couple packs. But what this also does, it gives me a little bit of a window to see how well the packs hold up. So if I do buy a box, they're not going to stick together. But some of these are, dude, look at Claw. Dude, Porsche has all the theories. I know you guys came here to draw and claw, but come on. People, we got a lot of things happening this coming week. It's a busy week in AKA Pad World. I can fly right here. I can fly. Dude, this the green and the purple in the background with the red and the silver. I mean, it's color wheel science. It's color wheel contrast, but it just freaking works. And we got some good bonus cards in this. Back in the day, you could buy boxes of these at KB Toys for $5. Look at Baron Dark here. And these action figures are fantastic. But it was fantasy, sword and sorcery, and science fiction. It really kind of was this, like, visually. Like, so, oh, here we go. Got a bonus card right here. Arachnia. Here we go. Bonus card. People, we already got 2 bonus cards tonight. These are cool. But yeah, I mean, the formula for Skeleton Warriors, it kind of echoes Masters of the Universe. Baron Edens. So I don't look. I'm not 1,000% familiar with. Oh, we got people. We have another bonus card right here. Check out these cell cards. See, like they're see-through. I remember before when I bought a box of these. So here we got 2 bonus cards already. That I might have gotten like maybe 4 bonus cards. Look at Claw. Holy shit. Dude, with this, look, the spikes are coming out of the fur. Look. Focus. Look at that. Oh my God. That's awesome. Yeah, but everything regarding this series, it was the Masters of the Universe combination, which is sword and sorcery with, lasers, vehicles, computers, and science fiction. And remember, like at the time too, like this is post failed the New Adventures of He-Man. When I'm done with this tonight, I'm going to try and see if these shows are. I mean, someone's got to have the entire series on YouTube. Like someone has a playlist. It might even. I wanted to say 13, maybe 15 episodes. I really don't. I mean, I don't remember any of the plot points or storylines. But why would you? Right? Why would you? Dude, look at this dude just chucking his sword. Is there credits? Nah, there's no like. I think I just have a feeling these cards, because they're so labor intensive. I really think they were like these were assembly line production, because they were so good and so quick with cranking out this style. Great colors here. Look, it's it's a motorcycle, right? That transforms into a flying bike or a flying skid, but the tire has every single spike that they had available. Look at this one. Here you go. The crystal splits. Jeez, it's like it's like the dark crystal. Prince Justin. I mean, it's so much like Masters. I just love it. 9, 10 suspended animation cards, 1 to 6 packs. 9 Power Blast foil cards, 1 in 11. 5 Luma Bone glow in the dark cards, 1 in 7. So the Power Blast, right? This is 1 in 11. 1 in 11. Dude, how does this guy not look like King Raindor? Skeleton Dragon. Look at the green like power just coming out of the dude's nostrils. So cool. There we go. Dark versus Grim Skull. So like there was like I think like Dark Skull. I thought it was Gray Skull. No, maybe not. I'm just thinking of different things. So one of the tropes of Skeleton Warriors that I loved, that I always loved, was they did the like former soldier, like almost like the Finn stormtrooper thing. Like a foot soldier of the enemy now becomes a hero, which was like for G.I. Joe, one of the sergeants slaughter marauders, if you can say that quicker or better. Like one of those guys was a Cobra Viper. It's just, people. We got 2, 1, and 11 cards here. I think I already got more cards from these packs than I did when I bought a box. Holy shit. We got 4 bonus cards on a handful of packs. So we're going to get to some Dark Hero questions real quick. Let's just go right into these. But yeah, Skeleton Warriors also, Marvel Comics had. I mean, Marvel at that time was highly affiliated purchase controlled by Fleer or vice versa. Marvel lost a lot of money in the 90s going into trading cards. And I know Fleer was one of their acquisitions eventually. I think everything might have got sold like through the company or out of the company. But Marvel comic book line, like I guess like to some degree, this is still Dr. Cyborg. That this very well still might be a Marvel comic book property, which is now what, a Disney property, right? I mean, what the fuck? So, all right. So yeah. Day by day, we are doing Dark Hero. Last week was hurtful on so many levels. Okay, well, look, we got, we all know the layout. There's other pages and other projects. These are all part of them that I'm a part of. This is for cross promotion, all kinds of stuff, because you do have to get your name out there. I'm just looking at, here we go. So my drawing area is almost like 3 weeks. Just like 3 weeks piled up. We got some quick fixes here for some Dark Hero pages. Okay, so everything here that I've been broadcasting and sharing, this is the Dark Hero, what I'm calling now the prologue. Dark Hero should have 2 to 3 like mini comics. It's going to have the trading cards. We're really trying to lock in the bottle openers. That's a whole sequence. I mean, anytime this guy wants to chime in. No, I mean, look, we're sticking with Vengeance Comics because it's really the point of it doesn't matter what your company's called, right? Like, it doesn't matter. You're supposed to make a cool book. Oh, everyone. I saved us something on TikTok. You guys want to see something on TikTok? Check this out. Ready? To fight like my life depended on it, because one day in life, today's that day. Can you see that? Look, here we go. visual effects scene of Doctor Strange telling Spider-Man he needs other Spider-Men to win the day. You heard it here first, kids. This is why we tune in on Monday Night Draw and Claw. We break the news. So, yeah, so a part of like the overlap, because I have stuff going out, right? So there's going to be an overlap of the people who support Dark Hero. I'm working on ideas of how to crank that up. I know who some of the double and triple supporters are. You'll be taken care of, trust me. Yeah, the motorcycle's the shit, isn't it? But yeah, so look. It's really, I just need to look. When I talk about Dark Hero and deadlines now, I just get pissed. Even though I cannot control what happened last week. You know, I thought I made good progress on a lot of things while I was away. Because I travel and I work. Try by Fire. So Try by Fire Tuesdays will be a thing. We will get that project back on track. And I kind of like, there's so much, look, even right here. You got a quick TBF update. This is chapter 1, page 1. We have two more. These are, I guess, pages 9 and 10 of the Dark Hero prologue. We got something else here. This is Wildcat. We have a whole short story here for Wildcat already written. That is a really cool story. I'm looking very forward to drawing that. Oh. So, TBF pages. Sometimes I go back and forth with reducing them. Color sample here for another thing. So let me get your opinion on something real quick. And actually, I feel like I should draw one of these pages tonight. One of these Dark Hero pages. Yeah, it really is. Like, look, a live Monday Night Draw and Claw. I want to, like, this is the idea. This is the whole atmosphere that I want. I want more and more of all of my projects to kind of come together tonight, so we can do like proper updates. So let me just tell you like what happens here, because this was a revelation, okay? Because we still needed a way to illustrate the like the moment, the exact time that Dark Hero transforms, we'll say, or consciously, like he becomes more aware. And it's really not like a 2001 sense. Like, you know, he's not becoming like a Star Child. He's just kind of realizes that he has to return back to Earth. Okay? But physically, like, he's the same person, but everything inside of him shifts. And I wanted to do this sequence where, like, originally he was going to fly back to Earth, like, through space. And I just felt like, I just thought that was so stupid. It was the stupidest thing. And what I did like is that somehow, like, his power, like, transcends. And he's able to blink. Like, he blinks his way back onto Earth. And when he does that, okay, so we're going to jump here real quick, because we have these guys. They're called the Reclaimers. Hold up here. They're called the Reclaimers. Where are they? Where the hell are they? Here we go. We got one of them. We got two of them. No, we got here. You guys want to see? Hold on. Where is it at? I know it's in here. Oh, am I missing it? Here we go. So it's no secret, okay? It's no secret that everything in Dark Hero is. Geez, I really should be drawing this tonight. Fuck. Everything in Dark Hero, it's an allegory, okay? It's not a metaphor. It's an allegory. And, you know, like, very well, like, here, let me just grab something. Like, we may have an allegory of the Hulk in our story. Okay? If you don't have Ground Zero, buy yourself Ground Zero. Buy yourself this trade, too. This is the 1988 reprint, right? Okay. Todd McFarlane, Peter David. They became like frenemies, but yeah, like if you want to do that, you can do that. If you want like a Doctor Doom, you can play the Doctor Doom. Yeah, like it doesn't work for everything, right? Like it's not like you can like like an allegory for like the Scorpion here means nothing. Literally means nothing. The right characters you can do it with. But you gotta do it with this like a level of intent. And I talk about this a lot on my podcast where we just do movies. So when Dark Hero leaves Earth, okay, he kind of like in a way he just kills all the heroes. All the heroes, all the villains. All the heroes and all the villains are essentially created also by Dark Hero. We explain this. And he leaves Earth, and while he's away, there's like these heroes of Earth that like they're kind of not really heroes. They're just like holding the place down for him almost. And they know he's going to come back, and they know he's going to be lethal. They just kind of have a feeling. Part of it is because they're a part of him. We get very spiritual with some of this stuff. And these characters here, okay? These are who we call the Reclaimers. They're holding down and controlling Earth until he comes back. And when he comes back, they don't want him there. They want him dead. They want to continue on Earth in their power without him. Now, it's all in the guise of like superheroes. So they're technically good guys. And then what happens, right? I mean, we can't have Dark Hero kill everyone twice. That's just science. So we have another thing to do with it. So anyway, so here's just some more random things I'm doing to promote everything else I'm doing. Okay. This is what I consider also the first story page of Dark Hero. And this is why we have beer featured in a lot of our marketing. This beer here. So here's the big idea. Like Dark Hero, well, if Dark Hero is this everything being, he can't drink alcohol. It's like a stupid idea. Him wanting to drink alcohol is silly. But he kind of may get curious. He may want to understand it, or he just might be bored out of his mind. which is kind of what we have here. And when Dark Hero returns within like the single night, we have this scene that illustrates what his reach is and how the world views him. And we do that in this scene. We also notify the entire world of what happened to him. So we have additional exposition. And then we have like Superhero War 2.0 all in one night because all these things have to happen in one night. Like any delay would diminish what the true power of Dark Hero is. So this is what I consider the first story page. And then, like, we do these things to, like, these pinups or promo images of the Reclaimers. We have, like, where is Alpha, which is really who watches the Watchmen. Speaking of the Watchmen, that's where all that is. So we got a lot, okay? There really is a lot happening. I really have to draw this page. So visually, what happens is this goes from like a pen and ink drawing, and it goes from there to a pencil drawing. Okay. Yeah, originals are for the campaign, but no, Chris, I do have some stuff like in mind for you. I'm loving the sneak peek of these pages and insight. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. What's our boy saying? Or any kind of surprise that the Reclaimers might think of have over him. Yeah. So, like, the cool thing, like, you guys want to talk about one of the Reclaimers? So, we got this guy. He's kind of like the Dark Knight, right? But one of my issues with the Dark Knight is I never buy. I get like stressed out just repeating it because it's such a stupid thing. All right, like, should I just grab the Watchmen again? I'm trying to look for something real quick. I'm not really seeing it. We'll just let it go. So, the Dark Knight, okay, has no business being on the Justice League. If you believe that's the thing, I don't know. Don't read comics. Just give it up. Now, that doesn't mean there's not like good stories or a good cartoon, a good movie. It doesn't mean these things don't exist with the Dark Knight in the lineup. They do. But at that point, you're drinking like a PBR compared to an IPA. You're lowering your expectations to have a good time. It's like dating a fact check. I'm just joking, but no, really, don't do that. No, teasing. And we have this fantasy. We legit have this fantasy that the Dark Knight can run with the wolves when it comes to Aquaman, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, and he's a street level idiot. Like, Daredevil doesn't belong, nor does Wolverine, nor does the Amazing Spider-Man. Characters that should never be Avengers. I would put Black Widow and Hawkeye in that category too. They do not. They're not Avengers. Okay. So for here though, I can solve that problem, right? I can give the Dark Knight a real power set that still makes him the Dark Knight. And I so thought DC was going to wise up to some of that by now. And DC's endlessly revamping everything. I just like really felt like at one time DC would do that. They would wise up and understand that in order to speak to Clark Kent and the Man of Steel, Bruce Wayne and the Dark Knight would need suitable, measurable powers. So our guy here, he's not the Dark Knight, but he's Tech Noir, right? Like he's Tech Noir, Tech Noir, or whatever. Call him whatever the fuck you want. And he kind of, so what he does, he's able to like almost like shrink technology into what you might call like the fourth dimension, like tiny portals. Okay. So imagine like he's able to control these tiny portals, like they're microscopic, they're particle portals. And through there he's able to pull out technology. And the technology like grows and expands. Okay. So within these portals, okay, particle portals, whatever you want to call them, there can be a car, a motorcycle, even a building. And he's the one that kind of sets the trap for Dark Hero. And Dark Hero, the trap is Gotham City. Like, but it's not a street, not a rooftop, it's not a building. The entire city is essentially built by him as a trap for Dark Hero. And that sequence, I don't know, I got some of it on my phone, like drafted, but I haven't drawn any of it yet because I kind of want to play with the idea of like, you know, like physics, like what does it look like when he gets his like the stuff, right? Yeah, we're there. So we just addressed that by Chris. Oh, real quick too, people. I don't know if I feel like drawing. What the hell am I doing? Where are we with Red Room? Are we up? Are we up to speed on Red Room? This might be a upcoming live stream. I do have the 3 issues. I haven't bought a new comic in 100 fucking years. I can't believe this piece of shit was $7. This is $7. How much is the regular? $4. This is for, you believe that? I loathe the paper quality for this. And I can't wait to have that discussion when it comes to Dark Hero. Because I'm sure it's going to hold us up even more. All right, so I need a cover image. So Dark Hero is going to have like somewhat of a mini comic. The mini comic is the first campaign's promise that Chris has made good on. And I said, well, look, buddy, let's just like reprint that book that, it's almost like an unmentionable now. Right? Is it? Like, let's just reprint that with a cool cover, please. Maybe we'll add some new artwork. But I wanted somewhat of a loose, like sketchy pen and ink drawing for that. So that's what we're going to set up here. But hey, everyone, thanks. Anyone that's still sticking with me, thank you. Yeah. It's only epic. It's only epic. Todd, Redshift, what's happening, dude? Todd, can you put some of your I know you got some stuff going on. Any links, please put them down below so when this replays, we do pretty good with some of the replays from time to time. I want people to be able to see you, to follow you, dude. Rock and roll. But yeah, so here. Should we just get rid of me? Like, peace out. Just do it. Look at that mess. I gotta shave my arm. I gotta shave it. I gotta shave it. So part of the Dark Hero project too, like just like this is insight of my thought process. Okay, is Dark Hero was in, I don't know, like really weird shape. It's hard to describe exactly where Dark Hero was, but I just knew, like, just from like I guess like talking with Chris, right? Like it's almost like you kind of just have a feeling like that there's like this guy just like there's just more there. There's like a fire, there's like a passion, right? And he got kind of like he got screwed up by someone that promised him. They promised him pro level work or commendable work, I'll say. Not even pro level, commendable. And I think he got a little, like taken advantage of. And yeah, that goes both ways. That's partially on him, but that's partially too on the contractor. And I said, look, dude, like, I originally had this idea of just like cranking out these very loose, like somewhat inked pencils. Like I did have like originally envisioned like a level of like a level of art direction that I thought would have been like perfect and suitable for what Dark Hero 1.0 was going to be. But there was also this like idea that like if Chris and I are going to spend time together, okay, like I kind of want that time to be valuable. So like let me kind of see if there's like something else that like that the story can do. Like what else can this story do? And I think a lot of people, like when it just comes to like young creators and just like being more comfortable in your own creative skin. I know that's a little bit of a platitude. Yeah, what up, Todd? Todd, we got updates. Thanks, bro. All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're not fucking... Who the fuck talked to Todd about the chocolates? Chris? So... yeah, so I kind of just got... like, I don't want to say I got inspired, but I was, like the challenge really excited me to like push against Chris and see like, hey, like you're like, you have these hopes, you have these desires, like same as all of us, but the work I'm seeing, like, it doesn't say that. Like, and why is that acceptable? And it wasn't just what how the comic book turned out. I think it was like a lot of it was mindset. I think a lot of it was like internal confidence, like that sort of thing, right? I think, look, I've been in the creative game for a long time. And I like to wield a weapon creatively is like no different than like dating women or being a good salesman. Okay? Because those are skill sets that are reliant on sales and character. And I just felt like, like Chris kind of was like selling himself short. And like, I don't know. I know at one time I was like, like I was leaving it up to him to kind of get like what I was calling the hook. Like, what's the hook of Dark Hero? Why do people care? Like Dark Hero needs to be this thing, needs to be different. When we go into the history of comics and all of this other shit, right? It doesn't mean Dark Hero gets a Netflix show. It means we make Dark Hero and we know the story is different. The story went places that some of these other creators couldn't go, didn't allow themselves. All right. But once we got there, and it really was, I was just sitting on my sofa, and look, I mean, I think I have it right here. Here it is. The hook of Dark Hero right here. Like, this is, like, it's actually shit. It's almost like this might be one of these is going to be the last page, the final page of the prologue. So the prologue, maybe originally the prologue was going to be like 9 pages. Now it's 12 because we're fucking retards. We just make more work for ourselves. Yeah, but the cool thing though is like once I had that hook, okay, and I went back and forth with Chris on it. It was just almost like a matter of time before like some of it would click, okay? And I really feel like if you care about the work, okay, you care about your collaborators equally. And it has nothing to do with fairness and rights and you did this and I did that. It's like you share credit, you share the work, and along the way, like you develop new skill sets. And I think that was more of what Chris needed to hear than anything. And even for myself, because I'll tell you, within this past week, when I went through my computer crisis, okay, when it comes to like a full production, like minded mode, and I'm usually very organized with that stuff. I kind of know what all my beats are. I had gaps. I had gaps in the continuity of my work. And if you think you're the modern day job of a say like a social media artist, right? Well, like you're part administrator, like you're part IT person. Like you need to be very dynamic. You need to be quick, and you need to have like some of your scenarios already thought out. Some of them I did, like last week wasn't a total loss, but I knew it could have been better. Okay, and it really upset me. And what happens is that creates like a windfall of all these other things that are not like getting done, and then all of a sudden, once you're back up and going, like it's just so overwhelming. It's like you almost have to like fill Noah's Ark up all by yourself again. So that's really what the last week was. But the point I'm getting at is that's stuff I had to learn. Like that was a part of like my journey with this book. Yeah, I mean, Todd, right? You talk to Chris. What makes okay? So here, good question though, right? So, what makes Dark Hero different than what? Right? So, I mean, what do we have here? Look, here we go, people. Boom. What makes Dark Hero different than Miracle Man? Everything. Here we go. Hold up. We got to follow up. Right. So, but this does need to be addressed. Hold up. Let me get something. Everyone, give me a little bit of a break. I'm going to put on a quick video. I'll be right back. Thing ready? Black Sherry, White Claw, Tall Boy. We got the sweet 20 ounce over here. I can't visualize the shape off the top of my gray matter, but the stick, as you can guess. I mean, if you guys follow any of my artwork, you know that's going to be a bloody motherfucking stick, right, guys? And people did seem to respond to the torn cape version of this versus the non-torn cape version. We can thank the AKA Pad Army for that. Thank you guys, love you. So that's a little bit of the thought process, and this is why we don't really abandon ideas. Like, we do challenge ourselves throughout the entire process. All right, we're back. I had to get this. So, I just bought this today. And I thought it was Providence that I found this. So, I bought this at a used bookstore. I think I overpaid for it, and this was the only thing today that I feel like I remotely paid close to the value for. Okay, and look, we flip it over. Like, look at that though. So here's the thing. Let's talk about it. So 1938. November-ish, #1, Action Comics. Like we kind of all know. And Todd, I'm leaving this up. I'm going to leave this up. So excuse me if your comment blocks some of this. Here we go. All right. I don't know how many of you are familiar with this, but to me, this is the gospel here. Okay, like this is what you should have memorized, and if you do not have this memorized, I'm not sure when you read like comics, you get it all. I believe you get some things, but I don't know if you get it all. when you talk about comics, think about comics, have ideas on the state of the industry. I don't know. So I was going through this today. The rest of this, we'll go into it later. We'll just leave this up. And we have this thing, okay? I mean, the 30s going to the 50s, right? 30s, 40s, and 50s. That's really your golden age, right? 60s, everything gets goofy. 70s, 80s, right? Like 60s and 70s. Silver Age. Then we have our Bronze Age. And when we hit the modern age, it's like these these stories get more and more serious. They get more critical. There's more at stake. But they kind of do things. You know, like they become less of a adventure. They're less staying alone. I think as time goes on, the value, the money you spend for these stories doesn't come back to you. But then we have this giant legacy, this legacy that goes all the way back to 1938. And then we have we got stuff like this, okay? I mean, if you guys don't know Miracle Man, that's like another fuck you. Because when I was growing up, Miracle over here, Miracle was freaking legendary. The trades were in the hundreds. The single issues, impossible to find. The big fight issue, couldn't find it. I had to wait until my adult years to even see it. And if we're not familiar with Miracle Man, we have Soup, we have Shazam. You know, we have this amalgam of the two power sets. But then we have these ideas of real world, real powers. And that's the nuance of this. Okay? But Miracle Man also has I don't want to say it has flaws, but the concepts aren't all executed. Okay? So it's what I would call there's hanging chads in this. And then we have Superman, who he just inspires all of these knockoffs. The Boys, it goes on, and everything kind of does a little it does a little bit. And I think that the one thing that people ignore, and maybe best touched upon with the Sentry, the original promotion for Marvel's Sentry, that's the yellow guy. Yellow and blue, not yellow and red like Hyperion from Supreme Powers. But what if almost like a all-knowing being? What if he reads a Superman comic and maybe realizes that for an immortal, all-powerful being. But what if the adventures of Clark Kent, what if that inspires a being that's truly beyond power? And humanity and things, and then stuff goes wrong, and he leaves. But he leaves Earth, and he wants Earth to get better without him. Like he's actually maybe like a little anxious when he comes back, because he can't wait to see how they rebuilt, because they don't need him. But then he comes back, and he has all these like affirmations of his purpose. Like Superman is without purpose. Dark Hero has a purpose. Since 1938, we really haven't had a story. I haven't read them all, but I've read damn near all of them. I don't know if there's a purpose behind this character other than to sell more comics, to become a radio show, to sell peanut butter, become a Broadway musical. 5 movies, solo movies, a cartoon, right? Dark Hero, within the context of the story, has a purpose, and it's a purpose that no other archetype of the Man of Steel has ever had, because they're always used as set pieces. They're used as props. I was like reading The Boys, and I'm just like, like it's just like a one-trick pony type thing. It's just like a gimmick. The Homelander, just like a gimmick. It's almost like a lazy way to look at this type of character. And here's the funny thing: if we did like a crossover, there's no character. There's no character like in the history of comics that gets close to Dark Hero. There really isn't. Like just when it comes to power, just when it comes to purpose. Okay? It does, it's not there, and it's not there by design. Okay? And like that's all in the story. I think that's all clear. That's not the hook of the story. But yeah, and look, there's a little bit of this idea that Dark Hero shouldn't exist because he's somewhat emulating a known character. But to me, that's just like silly. Like, should the Turtles not exist because they emulate Frank Miller's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I mean, Frank Miller's Daredevil, right? So, I think all that stuff is just BS. I feel that Dark Hero is this like very powerful. It's a life affirming story, and I just feel like it hasn't been done. Like, and I mean, shit, dude. Like, I'm rereading Irredeemable. Probably the most underrated of like all of them, I'll say, because I do feel like Mark Waid is just, you can say what you want about him, but he does understand superheroes. Like he just like lives and breathes it. Like you can tell in just the way he writes, which like again made him a good choice for Kingdom Come. Arguably maybe like the second best run in the Flash too. We owe Mark Waid for. But yeah, so if we're going to look at the Man of Steel a certain way. Like, we now have to look at these other aspects about like a whole superhero universe, and I think that's where it gets even more exciting, because he can pick and choose. Like, Dark Hero, like, doesn't have to deal with bullshit. But I think part of what he understands, and I think as a creative person, you don't know what direction to go into sometimes. Like, you're kind of like almost like skittish. Like, you really don't know. And the reason for that is because you have possibilities. And when you have possibilities, you kind of have, like, you're not the more options you have, the least productive you are. Okay. And I think when it comes to like characters like Dark Hero, that's always a problem with them. Right? I mean, even Dragon Ball Z kind of ran into that. Like, once Goku, like, really kind of killed and beat up everyone he was supposed to, like, we got Dragon Ball, like, GT, which was just like, what the fuck is Dragon Ball GT? Yeah, and look, hey, look. Let's keep this in mind. Okay? There's what I consider the true story for Dark Hero. We all know it yet. We all know it. We know, like, we know where this one's going to go, though. And I'd much rather have that be our situation than, like, anything else. Because I'd rather not be afraid to pour everything into, like, one story than do like a compressed form of, like, storytelling that's just going to be a dribble and bored. Like, like, it'll bore me drawing it, so I'm not going to expect people to read that shit. No, Dark Hero, or Alpha, as we call him, right? He's a guy with a purpose, and he is going to be able to do anything he wants. And he chooses, like, he'll choose not to destroy Earth, period. Because, like, in a way, Earth's almost like all he has at this point. So then, like, what's the story? Like, what do you do at that point, with that being your like, hook? So that's why Chris and I, we put an emphasis on the term hook when we talk about our like, what the story is. Okay. Yeah, but either way, I mean, I think at one time I would just be a little bit more, like, like, I wouldn't, I want to have so many proclamations in a story. I would kind of just take the like I would just pussyfoot and say things like, like the story's going to tell itself, like this, and the people will decide. And sure, we're going to let the people decide, but I don't know. I spend a lot of time reading superhero comics. So why can't I create one that I can guarantee doesn't have any of these characteristics? Sure, like parts of the story is going to be similar, right? But that's also part of superhero storytelling. Like there is a one-upsmanship and an idea of things being built on top of one another. Like that's a production. Like that's a trope within superhero comics. Everyone kind of does riff on one another. I mean, people forget of all the, like, everyone loves Chris Evans and Steve Rogers now and Captain America, but people forget how many other red, white, and blue like flag wearing Golden Age heroes there were around the age of Captain America. Some of them created, I mean, Jack Kirby and Joe Simon also created U.S. Agent, just like Captain America, different name. They ripped off themselves. But anyway, so like this is what I was like looking at for that, the cover for the book. Like this will be the updated version, like like maybe like the second printing of the original, which I kind of like. I think that's cool. Doesn't cost a lot to do. Huge impact. Huge impact. Cool. All right, everyone. Yeah, look, this next step for this is over here. So I don't have much of an idea for a second image tonight. I kind of like this one. I want to see it done. So be on the lookout. We're going to do some updates.